Hi there, Aquarius. How are you? It's me, Anissa from the Inner Stereo, and I'm back again doing your September 2018 readings. So, as usual, this is going to be a relationship spread, and you could always apply it with anywho. It could be with your friends, family, colleagues, best friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, children, exes, crushes, anywho. I'm basically just going to pick up your relationship energy in general, okay? So, how are you guys feeling right now, Aquarius? Okay. This is going to be like a really, really short one, though. I mean, the period is going to be short because I'm planning to do a bi-weekly. Yeah, I'm kind of single, so my weekend, I have a free time. I think I'm going to be doing readings. But anyway, your over energy for the now, you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and you also have the Five of Cups in reverse, and then you have the Temperance card. I feel like things starting to make sense when it comes to your love life in general. You're getting out of a period where you felt like you want to mourn over things that was happening in the past. Mourning over a lost connection. All you wanted to do was to build a bridge. All you wanted to do was build a connection. All you wanted to do is to connect with a certain people, but I felt like it kind of like is a failed project for you, and it took you quite some time to recover from that mourning or sad period, if that makes sense. And now you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So when you guys were dealing with that mourning, you guys were quite closing off your heart chakra and being very, very stingy with your attention, being very, very stingy with your affection. The Four of Pentacles in my Japanese tarot is being symbolized by the puppeteer. So I felt like you guys were living in a phase where you were kind of like pretending to the outside world, but deep down inside you were hiding. You were hiding a lot of your disappointment. You were hiding a lot of your anger, resentment, and upset feelings inside of you. And now everything is starting to come to full circle with the Temperance card in here, meaning that you are able to balance things out again. What is challenging you? You have the Fool card and you also have the Chariot card. Okay. Interesting. I want to say something, but I'm trying to. The Fool card is... It could be you, or it could be you dealing with someone else who has the inability to take that giant leap of faith once more. Why? Is either this person kind of like chicken out, or this person is very, very calculative, meaning that everything that they give you, they need to make sure that you're willing to give the same. It's also the type of person who will only give to you if you give them something. So it's someone who is very, very calculative. So I'm not going to jump if you're not going to jump. What kind of guarantee are you going to give me if I take that giant leap of faith that you will also take that giant leap of faith? I feel like there's no emotional talk, emotional communication where you guys are both open up and being emotionally vulnerable with one another, okay? But the Chariot card as your overall challenge, it could also mean that things are kind of like coming to a complete halt and for the good. Because the Chariot always have like a direction that they're willing to go to. And I feel like it's either you, it's either them. We're going to see it in the next spread. That's starting to see the star as not as interested as before. So there are things that kind of like coming to a complete halt. God is a woman. You're dealing with someone who is emotionally very, very clingy to you. You know the danger of dealing with someone with the Nine of Cups in reverse, someone who is very, very emotionally clingy, emotionally dependent, is that one wrong thing that you do to them, it kind of impacts their life in whole, if that makes sense. And it's very, very awful to be dealing with this kind of like energy. They also have the Nine of Wands. So if you're dealing with one person, you're dealing with someone who is very, very emotionally attached to you, emotionally clingy to you, but also at the same time, they're kind of like on defense about it. So they're very, very defensive. So in the past, you guys were coming out of a period of disappointment. I feel like, you have the Page of Cups in here. The Page of Cups is a very, very genuine offer, and it's coming from your side. The Page of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot is the first fish that this person caught, and this person is willing to give it to someone that they're interested in. So it's a very, very genuine, a very, very selfless offer coming from you. I feel like you have somehow, I really have to congratulate you, first of all, because you guys have the most hate comments last month. And it was not directed to me, it was directed towards your sign. And I have no idea why. I think it was the way that I worded words, or I feel like you guys will receive like less hate comments if I explain where you guys are coming from. So yeah, but you guys were very, very genuine in here with the Page of Cups. You were willing to understand them. You were willing to be very, very accommodating towards them. You were willing to accept them as who they really are, because you had the Page of Cups. It's also a card of acceptance. And because of your way of doing so, this person became emotionally attached to you. This person became emotionally dependent towards you. One bad thing when you guys are dealing with the Nine of Cups and reverse, especially when you guys are the Page of Cups, is that this person can act, whether intentionally or unintentionally, they became like an energy vampire towards you. Because they are sucking, or they are depending on your energy, on your offer, on your love, on everything about you. You guys are the center of their universe. So it kind of is, they're kind of like acting a little bit like the energy of vampire, if that makes sense. Okay, so if you're dealing with one person, you give a very, very beautiful offer towards someone who became emotionally clingy towards you, and then you guys are have the Eight of Cups in reverse. You try to walk away, but still unable to move on from someone who is very, very defensive with you. The Nine of Wands is someone who is very, very defensive, and the more you try to push them, the more they're going to fight against you. And the reason for that being is because they felt like they've been cornered. But if you're dealing with one person, this person, because they're very, very emotionally attached to you, because they're very, very emotionally dependent on you, if you walk away or if you space out, which I know you guys tend to do a lot, because I have a Venus in Aquarius. I need space like I need oxygen, and sometimes they feel like you don't give them like the attention that they need or the emotional support that they need, because the Nine of Cups in reverse can be emotionally very, very high maintenance, and if you don't give them what they need, they became very, very defensive and willing to kind of like fight you for it. But I feel like you guys exercise like a lot of patience with, especially with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, you guys are kind of like exercising a lot of your patience because you felt the need to be very, very selfless, the need to always be very, very genuine. I feel like you guys have been caught in the feels by them. All right, so when then now this person is the Four of Cups. So now they're kind of like closing off the heart chakra towards you, and they have the High Priestess. Now they're kind of like detaching themselves, distancing themselves away from you, trying to see things in a black and white position. They're no longer as emotionally clingy or dependent to you as much as they did before. And you guys also have the Two of Wands. So it's like two people distancing themselves from one another and try to see things from a bigger picture. But you guys do it differently though. It's a different ways, because they, if you guys are kind of like wondering if why this person is kind of like behaving this way, is because they've been hurt. So they're kind of like closing off their heart chakra right now. And one negative things about dealing with the Nine of Cups in reverse, someone who is emotionally high maintenance, is that when you don't give them the attention that they need, they tend to create or make up scenarios inside of their head that is not even there. Okay, so now they're kind of like closing off the heart chakra because they already have like a fixed assumption or a fixed perspective when it comes to you. That's why they're kind of like closing off in the now, and you guys are kind of like staring at a distance. I think like there's like a lot of changes in here. Wait. Yeah, and then you guys are like, you guys are like kind of like feeling like, you know what, I am so done with being selfless the whole damn time. I'm so done with being your emotional support and being there for you. You're too emotionally high maintenance for me. So you guys, you guys changed your habit, change your attitude towards them completely, like 180-degree different, and you guys are now like the Seven of Pentacles, because you felt like you're not in the wrong position in and now. You felt like you invested a lot in this relationship, and now it's actually your turn to get the return of investment, if that makes sense. And you also starting to notice that this relationship kind of like taking a toll on your confidence level. You have the Six of Wands in reverse, so this relationship is no longer lovey-dovey, where you guys feel victorious and celebratorious, where you guys feel the need to touch each other once more. So it's no longer there. Now it has become like an ego battle, you know, pride competition. So it's now like one person kind of like spaced out, not willing to listen to anything that you gotta say, and you guys are kind of like distancing out, and you guys want them to kind of like come into your way. You believe God is a woman. At the bottom of your deck, you have the Moon card in reverse here, and then also you have the King of Cups. So what's going to happen in the future is they're going to have like a, what makes a change though? Like, I don't know why I just did Leo and now I'm doing you, but I'm becoming really, really nosy day by day. What happens? The Queen of Wands. Okay, so I feel like in the future, they have the Hangman here. They will try to see things from your perspective because they have the Wheel of the Year. It's like a karmic cycle, just plays out by itself. I feel like there's going to be like a certain circumstances in their life that is going to kind of like hit them, that makes them realize that they've done you wrong. For real though. That they have done you wrong. You have the Wheel of the Year. Try not to instill justice. I don't know why, but I keep getting this month. I feel like people are trying to instill justice or trying to be a little bit of vengeful attitude, try to mirror someone. Don't. We're in the last degree of Jupiter where karmas are paid in an instant. Okay, don't try to instill justice. Just let the universe do its work, because they're going to see things from your perspective this time. They're going to be less stubborn than they are in the now. They're going to see things from a different perspective, and they're going to own up to it. So, and if they were to kind of like return and say sorry with the Queen of Wands in here, it's like a car is an energy of a problem solver, someone who is very, very strategic. They could come up to you in a very, very seductress, sensual or sexual way too, though. Just be careful. Okay? Try not to instill justice in here, okay? Because just let the universe does it work. If you still want them, then you can go for it. If you still don't want them, then it's fine. But the reason why they're returning to you guys is because they finally come to a conclusion that they have been irrational in the past. They have the Knight of Swords in here, and then they also have the Four of Swords. They are so tired of becoming the Knight of Swords, someone who just kind of like barging into your life, accusing you of things that they kind of like making things inside of their head. Okay, they're kind of like tired of doing so they're going to kind of like own up to it, and they have the Knight of Wands, so it's kind of like a problem-solving card here. Okay, there's two ways though. They could either come up to you being very, very sensual, seductive, sexual type of thing, or they could be like the Knight of Wands. They could burst into your life and act like nothing happened. Try to befriend you again and act like nothing happened at all. Okay, but you will have like a lot of clarities by the end of September. I feel like it's almost the same like a Libra reading, where you guys found like a lot of clarities. And why is that so? Is because the Wheel of the Year is at work, because it's the karmic cycle that is at work. Okay, you have the Ten of Cups here. Okay, so what's the advice for you here? You have the Ten of Cups and you also have the Ten of Pentacles here. Okay, so when I was meditating for you guys, the Queen of Pentacles kind of like show up, and the Queen of Pentacles in this particular deck of mine, especially when it comes to relationship spread, is someone who is ready to mate, someone who is now looking for their potential partner to build a long-term commitment or relationship with. Okay. And I feel like you guys need in the now, when you guys are kind of like watching each other from a distance and becoming distance with them, you need to kind of like figure it out for yourself if this thing is kind of like worthy for you to invest once more. Okay, try to be kind of like a little bit strategic and think in a long term if this is actually truly what you want, because what you're feeling in the now is how you're going to feel in 5 years from now anyway. Okay, if you were to expect, like, I get this a lot. I do have some denial clients though, like, what if he changes? Like, I believe that he will change in the future and la 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 la. Yes, honey, that's you falling in love with your hopes and dreams and not the reality. There is like a percentage that this person might change, but it is, it's still your hopes and dreams, not the reality of things. Most of the time, what you're feeling in the now in your relationship is like exactly what you're going to feel 1 month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 1 year from now. Can people change? You can. So, try to figure it out for yourself. What is it that you truly want? Because I feel like in the now, especially in the month of September, you guys are really, really longing for a long-term commitment that is very, very stable, that is drama less, no distancing, no ego battle here and there, just two people being so selflessly giving, okay? So I really hope that you guys enjoyed my reading. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.